Even with this software, there are two big problems with scaling horizontally, especially if you're on a budget. First, each computer costs a bit of money and requires individual power and networking. For a few computers, this isn't a big problem, but when you start having 5 or more computers, it's hard to keep things tidy and cool. Second, managing the computers, or nodes in cluster parlance, is easy when there are 1 or 2, but scaled up to 5 or 10 or 100? In 2015, I decided to set up my first Bramble. A Bramble is a cluster of Raspberry Pi servers. So I started building a Bramble using software called Ansible to install a common software stack across the servers to run Drupal. I set up Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. The first version of the cluster had 6 nodes, and I had a bunch of micro USB cables plugged into a USB power adapter, plus a bunch of Ethernet cables plugged into an 8-port Ethernet switch. In 2017, I decided to start using Kubernetes to manage Drupal and the LAMP stack, though I still used Ansible to configure the individual Raspberry Pis and get Kubernetes installed on them. And today's Bramble, which is made up of 4 Raspberry Pi Model 4 boards, uses the official Power over Ethernet, or PoE board, which allowed me to drop the tangle of USB power cables, but requires a more expensive